Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Young at Heart, featuring nursery rhymes, stories, songs, poems, Mother Goose, Aesop's fables, Lewis Carroll, limericks, larks, epics, stories of the great operas, and such. To keep us all young at heart, I'm Father James DeLucio, and I'm here with you in the afternoon for Friday Night Young at Heart because I have a wedding that I'm witnessing this afternoon. And so, notice I say witnessing and not presiding over, because you should know in the Catholic sacrament of marriage, the married couple themselves, the husband and wife, preside over their vows and their prayer. I'm just there to witness it, although I do get to read the gospel and give a homily, etc. Any rate, nevertheless, you're here not to hear that. You're here to get to the end of the story of East of the Sun and West of the Moon, a Nordic tale from way far north, like Scandinavia, like Norway, etc. Well, the last time we met, part one, we found the poor young woman who's in this beautiful castle now because she went off with the giant white bear, polar bear, who treats her beautifully in the castle, and at night comes into her bed. But she doesn't know who this is because it seems not to be a bear. But she was told not to look. But of course she does, just like in the story of Cupid and Psyche, where she's not to look at him at night when he comes in the dark to be in her bed, but she puts the candlelight on him. Well, that's what our young girl did, and everything now is doomed. So we have this beautiful, in my edition here, it's an illustration by a very famous and well-regarded artist. He did children's literature, books, and many other works of art. His name is Kay Nielsen from 1920, and I thought I should share this beautiful, beautiful painting with you from my book. There they are. And this is the young woman who's now totally contrite that she had awakened, now finding it was the prince beside her at the bed. And he tells her of the terrible curse now, that he has to go off to the enchantress, the witch who put him in the spell of making him a polar bear, and he has to marry the witch's daughter, who has a nose as long as from her face to the floor, and it's terrible. He has to go to this place, East of the Sun and West of the Moon, and it's impossible to find, except, of course, he'll be carried there by the witch's spell, and that's it. She's just totally bereft because she's really fallen in love with this polar bear man-human combo here. Again, a little reference, of course, to similarities too, and so when he leaves, tells her that the only one who can break the spell, before he leaves, he tells her this, of course, is she, because she's the one who has seen him as a human in the night. So as soon as he's carried away by the witch's spell, our young heroine is suddenly transported back to her old self, and the castle disappears. She's in her rags in the middle of the forest. But she's courageous, indeed. Very brave young woman, and she's determined to go and find the prince to rescue him from this marriage to this ugly hag and the manipulations of the witch. So interestingly, she begins a journey, another one of these great journey fairy tales, and on the journey she comes to a old hag who lives in a hollow tree. And the old hag, though, is kind and sympathetic, but she does not know the way to East of the Sun and West of the Moon, but she does give her a gift. Kind old hag, a golden apple, and lends the girl her horse, saying, go further down on your journey. It's quite a few days' journey, but you will find my sister, another hag who lives in a hollow tree, and she might know how to reach the destination of East of the Sun and West of the Moon. When you reach my sister, just give a little tap on my horse's ear, and my horse will come back to me. No problem. Nice. So she goes, long journey, finally reaches the next hollow tree. There's the hag, very welcoming, tries to be helpful. She does not know where is East of the Sun and West of the Moon, but she offers the girl a gift. a gold, what do they call it? I never really heard of this before. A comb. It's called a carding comb. carding -comb. But you would use it like for sheep, combing the sheep, the wool off the sheep. You would use it for grooming your dog or cat. So, but it's gold. So she gives the girl the gift, but with the same instructions. Maybe her sister, a third sister, down a long, many, many days' journey on this particular forest road. And she may know where is east of the sun and west of the moon. And so she goes. Same thing about the horse. Take this horse. It'll come back to me. And on she goes. She comes to the third, and the hag, also helpful, kind, but not too helpful. She doesn't know where is east of the sun, west of the moon, but she has great empathy for the girl. And so she gives her a gift of a golden spinning wheel. Same thing. You could have to go farther. The only one who might know how to get east of the sun, west of the moon, is the south wind. You're friendly with the south wind? Asked the girl. Yes, of course, said the old woman, because old women are far more in tune with nature than young women, is the implication. And so she gives her, now the young girl has 3 gifts: the golden apple, the catch comb, what do we call it? Carding comb, the carding comb, and now a golden spinning wheel. And a horse will also do the same thing when she reaches the south wind. Send the horse back to the old woman. And maybe now, looking at my time frame, maybe that's enough for me to share with you today. And we will have a part 3 as the young woman encounters the south wind. Maybe be helpful. If you noticed the references to Cupid and Psyche, which I've mentioned, another fairy tale, which I didn't, and a third, which we just covered recently from our Norse myths, about 3. When does that 3 come in? Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Be prayerful, be restful, catch up on your work. That's what I hope to do. And God bless everybody. Bye.